appreciate everybody being here and joining in with this celebration of the grand reopening of Iron Horse Golf Course after we have invested a little over $3 million into the course and making renovations in the clubhouse, and then you'll get to see those renovations that we actually made out on the course. A lot of them are on the back holes, and you are the group that's going to be the first ones to play on the renovated course. So all the divots are yours. So you can't blame them on any prior players being here. Again, today this is funded by the city of North Richland Hills, but it will be repaid fully through the Iron Horse Golf Course itself through green fees and revenues from that. So play golf and keep your taxes low. That's the theme you can just remember from today. Again, because this is not a tax supported operation here. I'm Mark Heinman, and it's my privilege to serve as the city manager for the city of North Richland Hills, and just to welcome you this morning. And for those of you who know me, you'll be relieved to know, no, I'm not here to sing the Star Spangled Banner. So we can just get on with that. But just a little bit of history on the Iron Horse Golf Course. Iron Horse Golf Course is owned by the city of North Richland Hills and managed by Arcus Golf. It was originally designed by Dick Phelps and opened in 1988 to great acclaim and excitement. It's constructed in a floodplain. A lot of golf courses, in particular a lot of public golf courses, are constructed in floodplains. Great use of that. However, that creates additional problems, a lot of drainage that you have to deal with, and that's part of what we did today was to deal with and correct for a lot of the drainage that interfered with play. It didn't interfere with any of my play because all the work was done on the fairways. But anyway, that's beside the point. We're looking forward to showing you the course today and all the improvements, just to give you a list of some of the things that you can look for that have been done. And if you played out here very much before, it's going to be obvious. You'll notice. But the widening of playing corridors throughout the course, new irrigation on 12 of the 18 holes has a new irrigation system. And again, water is key to grass, and grass is key to a good golf course. So that's very important. A number of new bunkers, and the new they're called Billy bunkers. They drain very well, so you don't have the issue with water and washing sand, and it's a lot easier for the players and the course management as well. There's a new set of forward tees that play at 4,300 yards, so it shortens the course quite a bit. That speeds it up for those of us that aren't really very good golfers. That speeds it up, and men can feel free to play at those courses because they're not ladies' tees. So hopefully that will encourage some faster playing of the course and maybe more people playing. Drainage improvements, and this includes 155 new drain inlets throughout the course and 3.5 miles of new drain pipe. Our city engineer's over here, and I know she's pretty excited about hearing numbers like that. That means something to her, but that's a lot of drainage, and that's a lot of pipe. And what that means is that all that storm water from being in a floodplain gets off the course quickly and with very little damage. We also have improved sections to the golf cart paths, and we have new directional signage and tee markers, and I think you've probably seen some of those already. And if you haven't noticed, we did some clubhouse renovation here, and so including the outdoor landscaping. Somebody that owns this mosquito needs to come get him, because he's... Anyway, along with the city council, who provided the funding for this, I'd like to thank the Parks and Recreation team and Arcus Golf. They did a tremendous job, and they put in a lot of work, and absolutely. And again, it wasn't just behind the desk. They had everybody out. It was an all-hands-on-deck project, and so they did a great job. And you're going to hear from Vicki Loftus, our Parks and Recreation Director, who will outline a little bit of the team that was involved in this, and Jared Gibson, who is the golf course general manager, who will also acknowledge the Arcus team that was part of this effort. But right now, it's my honor to introduce a man who needs no introduction around here, and that is Mayor Oscar Trevino.
Well, thank you, Mark. Well, good morning and welcome. I'm so glad you're here to join us for the VIP sneak peek at the golf tournament and the reopening of the golf course. Look forward to a little bit of new holes, a great fairway, great greens, and a great time. As Mark mentioned, you guys are the very first to get to play on the newly renovated course. On behalf of the council, we couldn't be more excited to show off all the outstanding upgrades that have been made to a course that's been here a number of years. And this is really our second major renovation we've ever had on the course. The green years ago and now this. Since its debut more than 30 years ago, Iron Horse has consistently been one of the Dallas-Fort Worth area's finest and most celebrated mid-priced municipal courses. Mayor Shetter from Burleson's here. I know y'all's course gets lined up in the same bracket. So we got to kind of bookend, don't we, Ken? So it works out well. We salute the Parks and Rec team, the golf architect, Jeff Brower, the operational team of Arcus Golf, and everyone who worked on the project. We are confident that the renovation will be enjoyed not only by golfers, but also by the community and user groups. Some people wonder that are non-golfers, why do you invest in a golf course? And the reason we invest in our golf course is the houses that are around here, the neighborhoods that are around here. We've got to keep the property value up, and we can't do it if we have a rundown city facility in the area. So we felt it was the right time to put some money in it and upgrade it. Iron Horse Golf Course is a wonderful amenity for North Richland Hills. It helped set the standard for municipal golf courses when it opened in 1988. And it serves much more than just golfers. Like we talked about earlier, the housing around us, but more importantly, from a practical and an engineering standpoint, it's important because it serves as a natural storage and conveyance of floodwaters. Okay, you don't really care about that, but when it's raining, and Caroline, she's all about that. When it's raining and flooding, that's what we want. From a recreational amenity standpoint, it provides more than 100 acres of beautiful open space. It also provides walking trails for our residents and a venue for weddings and other functions. Nearby residents meet weekly in the clubhouse to play bridge, and several local school districts use the golf course for the golf programs. You may also be surprised to learn that the grill at the clubhouse caters to not only golfers, but to the general public and for businesses and organizations. The facility from the course to the pro shop to the clubhouse is nothing short of first class and understandably a great source of pride for the community. We are so proud to continue the course's iconic tradition. So at this time, I'm going to introduce the council members and some of the dignitaries that are with us today. I'm going to start with Mayor Pro Tem Scott Turnage, Councilman Tito Rodriguez, Councilwoman Rita Wright-Ojeski, Councilwoman Susie Compton, Councilman Mason Orr, Councilman Mike Benton. Tim, all y'all are standing together over here. I think that's kind of a walking quorum, or is it a standing quorum?
6 feet.
Okay, 6 foot. There you go. And Councilman Tim Wells. From our Parks Board, Vanessa Copeland. Russ Mitchell, former council member and Parks Board. Where are you, Russ? There you go. And Tracy Tips. Where's Tracy? Tracy, thank you for being here. The Mayor of Watauga, Art Miner. The Mayor of Burleson, Ken Shetter. And the Mayor of Haltom City, An Trong. So let me tell you something about Haltom City. Iron Horse includes 62 acres that are located within the city of Haltom City borders. 8 of our 18 holes are located in Haltom City. And we lease land from Haltom City for the golf course. I think that was a pretty good deal we set up years and years ago. So our neighbors, we're so glad they work with us to provide this course to our citizens. Thank you. And so we got Michael Whitmarsh from Trinity Metro, Michael, thank you for being here. Don Tibbs from our library board. Now, Don Tibbs will tell you that he was standing somewhere around here back in the mid-'80s, maybe 86, 87. 88. They were standing here in knee-high grass before there were any houses or a golf course here. He was Parks Board chairman for like 30 plus years. And they were talking about building a golf course here. And Don, thank you for that history. And thank you for all your service. Brian Langley, the Burleson City Manager. Brian, thank you for joining us. Keith Hartman, the Assistant Police Chief in Watauga. Keith, thank you. And then another former council member, Ray Ojeski, and former North Richland Hills Municipal Judge. Ray, thank you for being with us. Our city management team, Mark Heinman, you've already met. Paulette Hartman, Deputy City Manager. Karen Bostick, Assistant City Manager. Jimmy Perdue, our Police Chief and Public Works Director. Or no, it's not Public Works, Public Safety. Public Safety. I've called him that before. And he'll tell you he doesn't care about floodwaters. Mike Curtis, Managing Director. Where's Mike? I don't think I saw him. Vicki Loftus, Managing Director and Park Director. She's over here. And then if all city staff would raise your hands. Thank y'all all. Stan Tinney, our fire chief, Craig Holtz, and then of course the Arcus team. We couldn't have done it without you. Again, thank you so much for being here today. Let us know if we can do anything to make your experience today more exceptional. If you need an Iron Horse shirt or balls or anything, they're in here. There's a little cash register up there. Help yourselves. And I'd like to now introduce Vicki Loftus, our Parks and Recreation Director, who will make a few comments. Thank you again.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Mayor Trevino. I join the Mayor and Mark in welcoming you to this very special occasion. That you were invited to this VIP sneak peek is an indication that you are held in very high esteem. Or you're such a bad golfer that you were needed to make somebody look good. So thank you for your contribution. So listen, we have an exciting day for you today with lots of goodies planned throughout, and Jared Gibson, our golf manager, will fill you in the details in just a moment. As you all know, any successful project requires a lot of people to rally behind it. And early on, there are usually people that spearhead the project. They provide the fuel and the imagination to launch the project. In this case, that group of people was and is our fantastic City Council. Would you guys just give them another round of applause? Yeah. My thanks to City Council for leading the charge on this project. After 30 years and a lot of flooding, it was time to reinvest in the project. Over the last 18 months, we've had an incredible and dedicated, talented team working tirelessly on this project. And while the Parks and Recreation team took the lead on the project, beginning with the design through construction, just about every single department in the city has been involved one way or the other. My thanks to everyone from Public Works, Caroline, y'all's crew for helping patch some of the parking lot, finance and budget, of course, construction services, legal, communications, and of course the city manager's office for providing such outstanding support and guidance. I thank you, Mark Hyman, our city manager, and Paulette Hartman, my boss, for your leadership and for your trust in this project. Speaking of the project team, boy, what a team. Starting with Jeff Brower with Golfscapes. You'll hear from him in just a second. He's the architect on this project. He is renowned across the United States, not only for his design of new golf courses, but also for renovation projects. So thank you, Jeff. The Arcus team has been our partner every step of the way. I can't say enough about Jared Gibson. Where did he go? Is he behind me? Where's he? Okay, there. You'll hear from him in a second. He's our Iron Horse General Manager. He's logged in so many overtime hours and sleepless nights over this project. And while it's been fun, Jared, would you say it's been a little bit stressful? Just a little bit? Before this project, get this, he weighed about 245 pounds. Seriously, he has put his all into the project, including working with a team to bring you this exceptional event today. And Jared will introduce his team momentarily. My thanks to Jeff Raffleson, the regional director for Marcus as well. Salutes and cheers to the Parks and Recreation team. Where's the team at? They're over here somewhere. Raise your hand when I mention your name. Yes. To Joe Pack, senior park planner. He was the course renovation project manager. He was out here just about seriously every day for the last 10 months while it's been under construction. He is meticulous and exemplary in everything that he does. And he worked closely with the contractor on the job, Fleetwood Services, and with Jeff Brower, the architect, and of course the operations team from Iron Horse. My thanks to Gary Bechtold. Where did he go? He's hiding in the back as usual. He doesn't like adulation. Park superintendent, he and his crew did so much work out here. At 3 o'clock yesterday, him and Tanner Arwine, Tanner, raise your arm. They were out here laying sod, rolling the sod in certain areas away from the plane corridor, and power washing some of the drive aisles. I just can't talk about all of the work that they did out here. The maintenance crews, including, we even had the NRH2O crews out here. It was a full court press. We had everybody out here working hand in hand with the Arcus team. You know, when the project was first discussed, the primary focus was course improvements, and it soon evolved into renovations of the golf club and the pro shop. Our talented staff, led by Tanner Arwine, again, Tanner, served as the general contractor for the clubhouse renovation. By managing it ourselves, we were able to stretch the dollars to make an extraordinary difference. Because of the work, that we did in-house, we were able to include, as Mark said, new directional signage, new tees, a new monument sign, fencing along Browning. Right over here, you'll see that as a screening for the pavilion. We restriped the parking lot. We add much more improvements than we otherwise would have been able to do. Thank you to Matt Johnson, our landscape horticulturalist, and his crews, who completely redesigned the landscaping around the clubhouse and other areas. There's so many other things that they did. And also, the other Parks and Recreation team involved in the project were Adrian Picerni, Assistant Parks and Recreation Director. Raise your hand. Yeah. And Antonio Evangelista, Parks and Recreation Business Manager. Garrett Peak, NRH Center Manager. Tina Earl, Communications Manager. Sarah Green, who's our in-house graphic design artist, and she helped with several elements, including, you're going to see it, when you leave hole 6 and you go under the bridge headed towards 7, look at that big wall. It's a 30-foot Legends wall. It's a really special thing. That's all I'm going to say about it. It's a nice surprise for you. So enjoy all the goodies along the way. There are some surprises for you you're going to love. The team is excited to show you the results of their efforts, and we hope that you are as pleased as we are. And Jared will now come up and introduce his team. Come on up, Jared.
Real quick here, I just want to thank a lot of people. I'll name them all, and we can all give them a real big round of applause as opposed to individually here. Number 1 from the city, Vicki Loftus, Joe Pack, and Tanner Arwin. Could not have done it without you guys. Thank you so much for your investment in the project. Marcus Golf. Today we have a regional vice president, Jeff Raffleson. Also general managers from other golf courses. We have Don from Bear Creek. We have Nick from Fossil Creek. Kevin from Mansfield, and Kylie from Lake Park. All here to support you guys in this golf course opening. Real special thanks. We had an issue in the summer here, and we had to call in the special team, TJ Geyer, new superintendent here, and we found out he might stay around a little longer than we planned, which we're really grateful for. And he's that guy you call, break glass in case of emergency, and he came in and brought this thing to the finish line. So special thanks to TJ and his team. That team's made up of the Avila brothers, Ivan, Juan, and Socorro, Lindsay Chappell, Pablo Mendez, James Quinn, Jason Rotherham, Francisco Venegas, Brian White, and Rory Yoakum. Those are the guys that are mowing this grass. And the conditions out there, you have those guys to thank. So just big round of applause for everybody. Thank you all for your support in this. And the hard work starts now. So now we got a great product to sell to the public, and we'll take it forward. So, Vicki, thank you, and introduce Jeff Brower. Jeff Brower, come up. So, thank you guys. Have fun today.
Well, thanks for coming out to the grand opening. We're obviously very excited about it. Got a great day for golf. You know, given how important the drainage was to this project, I was actually kind of hoping for some rain today so you could get the full effect of the changes. I won't go through all the names, but I will add my thanks and my appreciation to everybody who was on this team. Jared in particular, I mean, I've probably done 100 projects in my life, and he's the only pro shop guy I ever saw out there cutting trees and hauling limbs. So that's above and beyond his pay grade, I think. Sometimes when we get into these things, you know, the crowd will say, oh, I need a tip from the architect. You know, how do you play this course? So I got a few. You see the new bunkers out there? You got to miss those. The widened fairways, you should try to hit those. And of course, the creek that's always been there, oh, you sure want to miss that. So, but you know, seriously, this has been a real fun project. I've done a lot of them. Good people, but I think it's good attitude. I mean, I appreciate the city council and the parks director department having the confidence in me. I know in the interview, I have been called by Golf Week magazine the biggest drainage nerd among golf course architects, so I think it was a pretty good match. Their attitude. I mean, I grew up playing courses like this. You know, to me, this is golf in America. You know, the moderately priced public golf course, and the city council, rather than being spendthrifts, you know, they looked after your money. We set a budget, and the plan was to fix the most critical things we had to fix. And there's still a few rough edges that Arcus is going to probably take care of over the years, but to me, that is, you know, where public golf has to be, and I think. It's a big improvement, and I think you'll enjoy the course quite a bit, and look forward to your comments, and see you after the round. Thanks.
Okay, no more speeches, you guys. A round of applause for that. No more speeches. Okay. So we're going to do two things. We're going to head over there to, you see where there are some names, has all the city council members. They're going to be on the driving range, and they're going to hit with their ball hopefully around the same time as kind of one part of the ribbon cutting. So if you guys could kind of stand on this berm, and if council and the city manager will take their spots,